Oh my God, happy Friday, everyone. It's Collider Live. I am Mark Reilly's hair in for Kristian Harloff. And I'm happy to be here. This is a great crew. We have Dorina. How are you, my dear?
Chris is not here, party!
I know. You're going to be like, we get it.
Yeah.
So you're going to be like, totally, like, we're going to just rock this.
Yes.
So excited. And Brett Sheridan is here again. Yay, Brett!
Oh, God, I usually get last when Kristian
No, I do it
introduces me.
differently. I'm doing it differently.
Great
I'm going
to be
around
back.
the table.
I love it. Thank you. Yes.
So happy to have you here, as well as my fellow horseman, John Rocha. That's right. Speaking of that, it's the Free-For-All tomorrow.
Hey-o.
March 23rd, 2 p.m. You can still get those tickets. That's right. There's a few left, I believe.
There is.
So
And we're all going to be there, right?
We're
Yep.
all.
Yeah.
Are you, yeah, you're going to be there, Brett. You're working.
I need to remember to bring my my reading glasses so I can make sure that the camera's in focus. Last time I had a little issue with that because I couldn't. I was.
Oh.
You know, so I need,
that really happened?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah.
So
bring
I
your
was like, I
glasses.
hope the footage turned
You
out.
also got to make sure you go to the bathroom beforehand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
do
good
that.
point.
Because that's going to be. Yeah. This is
Lot
going to
of
be.
people.
It's going to be a lot of people. 40 competitors, all vying for that free-for-all win.
It's a lot of angst and insecurity.
Oh, yeah.
And fear and
Yeah.
stress.
What if
There's
someone
going to be
dies?
blow-ups. There's going to be blow-ups.
I-
There's gonna
People
be
are going
blood.
to storm off the stage. You know it.
Last night, as I was putting pillows on all the windows and sharp objects near my bed,
Right.
I was I was
Smart.
laying there and I went, oh yeah, the free for all. I need to get in my headspace because we're gonna do it. It's gonna be like 2 to 5. Some tickets are available. Go to the schmoedownlive.com. You can get your tickets there if you so desire. Come on, LA, let's sell this thing out. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Cody. And I'm very excited for that. We asked yesterday who do you think's gonna win? Who do you guys got? Any
Should we
changes,
make
Rocha?
bets? Should we bet $1?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I buy that for $1.
Just do it!
$1 for, yeah, who's your pick?
I don't know. I'm going to go with Rachel.
Yeah.
Seems to be the sexy pick lately, is
Yeah,
Rachel.
yeah. There was a
Sexy
poll.
pick.
There was a poll in the movie trivia Schmoedown page, and Ben Bateman, my partner, was taking a lot. I just said that because I wanted to hear that. But yeah, guys, go to the schmoedownlive.com if you haven't gotten a ticket. You find yourself in LA. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait to be there. We're going to kick some ass. So
Sheridan, who you got?
yeah,
Always you, Rocha.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
there's polls. There's everything. Everybody knows.
My girlfriend and I
Wait,
make a
are you
big deal.
are you competing?
Yeah.
Oh, and I picked Rachel.
It's okay. It's a good choice.
I saw Snyder talking smack on
Oh,
the
of course.
tweets.
Snyder
Yeah.
loves to talk smack and
Yeah.
tag me on. He gets the
Snyder's-
attention that way.
Yeah, he gets a lot of attention that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I know. It's like, in
He
what
loves doing that
what
shit.
outfit is he going to be wearing? That's what I'm
I'm just
wondering.
happy he's wearing clothes.
That's-
when he's in a public
That's
area.
very
so,
true.
What I like
that's
about
I'm
it
good
is
enough
it,
with
for the
that.
casual fan like me, it's anybody's. I mean, it's
Sure.
so yeah. I mean,
You
it
never
could-
know.
Yeah, there's upsets. It's for me. That's why it's fun because I don't really need to know like who's on top of the game or whatever. And,
Yeah. No, it's going to
It's
be.
also way more fun to answer questions when you're not competing.
Yes.
In
Oh,
your
yeah.
head. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
That dummy, I knew that. Whatever.
It builds a false confidence though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
It's the
Do you get
easiest
this,
game.
Rocha, when you're
What?
watching the game and you're watching a match and you're like, oh, yeah, I know that one. I know that one. And then you get out there and you're like, I don't know shit.
Oh, sure. Because you're just like, especially now in a live setting with
Yeah.
all those people looking at you.
That's what.
There's going to be a number of people who are in this thing who've never been in front of 400
Right.
people or 500
Yeah.
and
That's
are,
me.
There you go, and are going to like kind of get a little shaky or
Are
get a
you
little
competing
nervous.
too?
I'm competing.
Oh crap! So
I
yeah,
hope-
but this isn't the first live event you guys are doing.
No,
Not
and I've
for
done,
me.
I,
For
yeah,
him,
you've
I
done
think,
it.
yeah.
Well, I've done the live event where I've done some theatrics
Sure,
Right.
sure,
and
sure.
had fun doing that,
But not competing.
not competing. But I'm gonna hope that my USC Trojan theater major comes out where I walk out on stage and I'm like, oh, yeah, I got this.
Did Lori Loughlin pay for it?
Yeah, Lori Loughlin paid for it. Felicity Huffman also paid for it.
Lori's in seclusion.
Yeah,
Poor
my
Lori.
dad also paid for it, but it was all
Yeah.
cheating. Yeah, I got in there.
They
just
ruined my career. Did you did that this morning.
There was
Olivia
this
Jade.
poll I heard on
My
the radio.
parents ruined my career.
You're really good
awful.
at doing a whiny voice.
Yeah.
My career. There was this poll of like different things
hear
of
it
like
all the time in this
helicopter
business.
parents do and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and
Yes.
like calling their professors for them, writing papers for them. They like certain percentage
yeah.
and stuff. You should look at it. It was
It's
like, are you
crazy.
kidding me?
I didn't know that
Yeah.
part.
I mean, I keep checking for updates, and this is just hysterical. As an alumni from USC, I've gotten like 2 emails every week since this broke. They're like, hey, just so you know, this is what we're doing. Like, hey, just checking in again. I just want you to know we have this figured out, and we're going to take steps. And hey there, USC again. Hey, how you doing? Didn't hear back from you. Anyways, about that cheating thing. Don't worry, we got it handled.
it.
And there's so much stuff. But yeah, to the helicopter parenting thing, some of those kids didn't even know this was happening.
Yeah.
No.
I find that crazy.
I want to meet the kid that's like, why'd you put me on crew? I
Yeah.
should have been on the football team. Why crew?
I was listening to a podcast, The Daily,
I
by
was like,
the New
we
York
didn't even have
Times.
sports teams where I'm from. Like,
Yeah,
you
they
guys
did-
are also spoiled.
Yes, well, it was known
You
as
just had
University of
hammer
Spoiled
fire
Children.
crackering, and that was
exactly.
it. It was-
Yeah.
My whole
was a
family
dangerous sport.
is a USC Trojan family. My dad went there. My grandfather on both sides went there.
Legacy.
My mother, legacy. But my grandmother went to UCLA. My aunt went to Stanford. And both Stanford and UCLA, when they would go to games and we would do the fight on symbol, people would pull out their credit card and do that back to us. Because that's the stigma. That was USC. And then Gloria Loughlin. And,
Wait. Now I want to do that to you tomorrow at the Free-For-All. Just pull out my credit card and be like, come on,
Yeah.
answer, Riley, come on.
yeah, my student debt will thank you for that. It'll be like, yeah. Yeah, some of us did do that.
Some
but
of you actually paid.
yeah, but
Yeah.
this daily thing, like the one of the students is walking around with like one of the counselors, like, oh yeah, and you know, there's the track and field, so you're gonna have fun there. And he's like, track and what? I don't run track. And they're like, well, it says here you do. And he's like, yeah, I don't know. And that's what these kids were doing. They were like getting all these parents like telling them to do this and this and this, and it's like that's just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
The UCLA soccer coach stepped down today, finally.
Did he really?
Yeah, the Salcedo, I think his name is.
wait, so UCLA was a part of this
Oh,
too?
yeah, dude.
I didn't know
there was a
UCLA.
number of
Oh,
colleges.
haha. See, now I could go back. Okay,
Yeah.
UCLA.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sure the ball is rolling now,
yeah.
and there's going to be a lot of crumbling.
I wonder how much more will break from this if there's any more
Yeah.
colleges out there, any more people. I mean, I know there's a bunch of people
I
that
just-
haven't been implemented yet.
I just don't get it, man. If you're rich, why are you taking advantage? I don't
Right.
get it. If you have
Well, that's the
money, like
rich.
that's messed up.
yeah.
The cheapest mofos on the planet are rich people.
It's
They-
just
we
greed.
get all the benefits.
I don't need that. Like if I was rich, I'd just be like, I have enough money.
Yeah.
I have enough. Like you don't
Yeah.
need that much money.
Yeah. I
Nobody does.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah,
Anyways.
if I was rich, I'd tell my kids, just don't go to college. It's a waste of time.
Here's the money. What's the point?
Yeah,
Invest this
start a
wisely,
business.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
You know?
especially a theater major. I mean, you don't need to do
Yeah,
that
come
and
on.
spend all that money to learn Shakespeare.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I always
mean-
get a little upset when I hear that a famous actress like comes from money.
Mm-hmm.
Like Julia Louis-Dreyfus comes from a billionaire family.
Yeah.
Oh, does she really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's.
It's
you know,
surprising though because she's a really good actress.
She's fantastic.
Yeah.
But you're
She's
just
the
like,
best.
oh,
Yeah.
Oh, she did it. I mean, she's got the talent to back
Right,
it up.
right.
I love her, but man, it's Friday, everybody. How are you feeling, Dorina?
I was waiting for the
Oh,
song.
I know,
I was
me
like,
too.
Cody.
I set it up.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes and dance.
I had
every
to,
time that happens.
In my mind, I was like, I was gonna maybe say, let's not play the Friday song.
Okay.
Let's not do it at all, and see how far we could get. And then I decided, who cares? But Dorina's gonna like this because there's been a lot of talk. There's like this big thing going on out there, especially with Kristian Harloff.
Oh boy.
And I thought we would just do the whole show because of this. And that's for Friday's show here on March 22nd. We're just going to talk about The Thing for a whole hour.
Yeah.
So, Dorina, 1982's The Thing, John
Yes.
Carpenter.
Yes.
So,
one of the best movies ever made.
yeah, so some of the
Agreed.
themes that are out there, I'm
Should
kidding.
we just
can't
spoil
do-
it?
Spoil it. Yeah, I mean, let's...
Christian, I'm the thing. That's what happens at the movie.
I think we should really try to figure out how to get this man, Kristian Harloff, to watch the movie.
Just Clockwork Orange style. We
Yeah.
basically force him. We sit him down and
I
we
like
open
it.
his eyes and he has to watch it. We just force him.
So we
Yeah.
kidnap him like old school and
Yeah.
then strap him into the thing like Clockwork
Exactly.
Orange.
Yeah.
And we all dress up like Matthew. What's his name? Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
And I'm wondering how much we could get Sadie to help us.
Oh, I'm sure.
To get him out of the house, I'm sure she'd be.
If she didn't have to watch it, she'd probably
or just
help us do that. Because isn't she the reason they didn't watch it the other day?
I think he keeps blaming her.
Is he pushing it on to her?
I think he's blaming her. I think he doesn't. I think he's playing this thing out for as long as can go, and that's where I think we need to do an intervention and make this thing happen.
I agree.
Maybe we can get Sadie to help, and maybe we can do the Clockwork Orange thing, and we just get him sat down, and she holds his eyes open, or maybe she just is like, take a break. Some of us can help watch the kids. I love this, except Roxy, right?
I'm not gonna do it.
I'm
not gonna do it.
You can't do that.
No.
For the good of the thing.
No. Kids are cool, but they kind of scare me. Yeah. I didn't like kids when I was a kid.
You could watch my kids. My kids watch them. So you'd have
I mean,
fun.
your guys' kids are probably cool.
I mean, I got 12 and 8. They went to Mardi Gras. Come on.
Okay, as long as they're not babies. Yeah, you're fine.
They're
by
that
themselves.
age.
Yeah, they're fun.
By themselves.
As long as they're not babies, because when they're babies, I don't know what to do with them because they're just kind of like blobs that you have to help survive.
You just like hold them up.
Yeah.
Exactly. What is this?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah.
You don't want the pressure.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, babies suck.
But
But they do. They really do. But then they, eventually they don't. But they just kind of. I was just telling Cody that the beginning part of it is just like, just grin and bear it, man, because it's just a nightmare.
Cody loves this conversation.
I hate this so much.
I want that to be the first Collider reality show is the Cody experience, having a baby and caring for the baby for the first 2 years.
I would.
Cody's like, nope.
No, thank you, Jeff.
That's a wealth of episodes.
Yeah, is it okay, Cody? We'll just put a camera up in
like
your
Big Brother.
apartment and just watch you. We'll play it on live clips. Can you imagine anything more awful?
I know.
I want
The first baby too.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the worst experience.
I want the 3 a.m. confession 6 months in, just crying in black and white. I don't know what to do.
No, if you
You
want
guys
to
need a
appreciate
confession
your
booth in
parents, though, take care of a baby.
Sure.
I called my mother immediately and just, I'm so sorry for everything I ever did.
I know.
It's just.
I can imagine. I'm getting into I got to plan a wedding first, and then we're gonna worry about the children.
Yeah.
But I keep thinking about it because I keep getting older and more tired. And so, how the hell am I gonna do this?
It's amazing how time works.
I guess.
No, that's why the whole.
I wasn't told that this is the way time works,
Thanks,
though.
John.
There was a time in college that I was like, shh, I'm never
But
getting old.
didn't you guys feel that way though when you were kids? Like you just didn't think about aging. And anybody that was like in their 20s, you're like, you're so old.
Oh yeah.
And now I feel super old, and I'm not even that old. And I'm exhausted.
You cross a line and you're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? Like
Yeah.
I had all this, and I have a lot of energy, but I still
Yeah, you have a little too much energy sometimes. No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm
it's
kidding.
true. It's true. My girlfriend says it all the time. As I wake up,
There it is.
when I wake up, I wake up.
Right.
And my girlfriend takes like 7 alarms to wake up.
Yeah, that's me.
Which is
That's-
annoying as hell to
Yeah,
me.
that's
But
me.
I put up with it. But yeah, and so, but even me at this, even though I crossed some column, I'm like, what? Wait, what happened?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I kept like, I remember being the age where I was like, that guy's 30.
Yeah, right.
Old. That motherfucker's old.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then I hit 30 and I was like, okay, I can do this. Okay. And then I would do the same thing. It was like, 40? That guy's old.
Yeah.
Now I don't care about anything.
And then
it
shit
just
starts hurting.
Well, no,
Yeah.
and you have no choice. That's why, I have no choice right now. I'm starting to work out and eat right. I mean, you have no choice. You have to do it, especially with the kids. 'cause
Yesterday
I
you
can't
couldn't even be on the show for
Yeah,
a segment.
yeah. I had to bug out because I ate some pizza. I mean, that's like
And it destroyed your system.
it just destroyed me.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
Oh, my God.
when I give up everything and I start working out, it's like I can actually be a dad because I feel bad when it's like I pick him up and I go home and I'm like, Daddy needs to nap a little
Right.
bit,
naps are good.
but then I lose that time with them, So it's I mean, I would say before Cody. I mean, look at him; he's skinny. He doesn't have to worry about it.
Cody's
But,
fine.
Yeah, Cody, also you're young. You're going to be still
Yeah.
young when your kid is older.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
okay.
there you go.
Does that makes it better at all?
No, not at
No,
all.
it's better.
I appreciate the effort.
I love that Collider Live turned into like old people.
Are you
Talk.
lifting weights, Cody? Brother, babies get heavy, Cody.
Oh yeah, I'd say start.
Yeah, the babies are like sacks of concrete
And
after
those
a while.
carriers and
Yeah.
everything.
I've
oh.
Get a
Never-
kettlebell. That's
You
like
better
Yeah,
than
I have
weights.
kettlebell. I've never heard Cody laugh that hard before.
Oh man, that was a great question, John.
But you're Spider-Man.
I love that there's just that. What is this again? Tornillo.
Yes.
That's a screw.
There's just a screw line around here.
So I mean, that's something we should probably talk about. The table's been fixed. It seems.
I
Hold on.
haven't. People think I did it, but I did not, but I haven't investigated if it was fixed properly yet. I might need to do some.
Yeah, I would want you to do this.
I thought my cooker just MacGyvered it.
Because this like to have a screw just sitting here with the table fixed. I'm like, it's like when I finished making my IKEA bed. Like years and years ago, speaking of college, like
you're like,
putting
where
it
does
together
that go?
in college, and I had like 5 screws left. And I'm like, what the? Wait. I'm sure it's fine. And then one night I'm in bed and like half of it goes to the side. I'm like, that's really.
I
I'll
just
take care of
looked
it
under
tomorrow.
there.
Yeah.
There's duct tape and one leg in the middle. So yeah.
Nothing but the best
Yeah,
collider
nice,
video.
nice. I gotta bring in a 2x4 or
Please.
something. This
Kind
is
of
Please.
tar and wood chipping solution.
Because I can't believe it didn't do it in the middle of the show.
I know. I really want. I hope it breaks in the middle of the show one day. I really
Yeah.
do. I think it'd be funny.
Well, we'll probably make that happen
Yeah.
sooner or later.
Well, if we got all those Cobra Kai guys coming in, we should have them try the table.
That's right.
They're coming in?
Yeah, well, we have.
Possibly.
Yeah, there's some balls in the air. I
Hey-o.
guess I can say it. Balls in the air, juggling.
Story of my life.
Yeah, right. Hey, whoa, Dorina.
She said
Lots of possible guests that I'm working through right now.
Right.
Schedule, and because they're making a big push for Cobra Kai season 2, and I can't freaking
I know.
wait for that
When
season.
does it premiere again?
End of April.
Okay, I'm so
April
excited.
24? No.
Sure.
April, I don't know.
We should have a viewing party.
Yeah, I'll do that. We're
do
gonna
it.
look up the thing because that like it's the and I believe it's the 35th. No, what's the
There's no-
anniversary
there's
of
no 35s
of Karate? Right, of Karate Kid. 30th.
April 24th.
It came out in '84.
84.
You know what?
I
also-
was told there would be no math today, so
It's
I just want
Friday,
the
John.
internet.
Please.
I want the internet to do this. Thank you.
You walked into that one.
I did.
I love that it's a Friday. I just know that they're showing off. So, you know, there's a new Karate Kid like Blu-ray coming around.
4K.
4K,
son.
Oh,
I don't know why you need to convert Karate Kid into 4K.
I know
I
that
don't
is
either.
weird.
Yeah, right.
Like Suspiria 4K makes sense.
Sure.
But
Oh my God.
you know what else premieres soon?
What?
Next week, if you guys are into it, What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
If you guys haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows,
It's
the
the
movie
best.
is one of the best comedies,
yeah.
mockumentaries ever.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And the show premieres next week. So
Taika Waititi is the best. I can't wait to see whatever he does. I know he's not directing it and he's not in it, but he's producing
He's
it.
involved, though,
He's
right?
involved. Yeah. He's too busy doing The Mandalorian. Because did you see that news?
somebody sent me on Twitter, I think. He's
Yeah.
doing the voice of my boy.
He
my,
Of
my
IG-88?
girl. Uh-huh.
I mean, I think it's as good a time as any to talk about this news out there. I mean, there's not a lot out there, but this one broke kind of last night, evening-ish, that there he is in the sound studio with a picture of IG-88 in the background.
My droid.
My droid. And
Best character in the Star Wars universe.
so obviously, we haven't heard IG-88 speak
That's what I
in,
was
in the
wondering.
movies,
Yeah.
but have we heard in any
And
of
is
the...
it actually IG-88 or is it just like a
No, it's
droid
IG.
that looks like IG-88?
It's IG-88. John
Okay.
Favreau says it's IG-88.
Yeah.
Awesome. Finally.
So we get to, like...
I hope it kills everyone in the show.
I want to see him...
But you know it's going to
Wreck
have like
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's going to have that sense of humor, right? Because it's Taika Waititi. You know he's going to throw.
Oh no!
You know
he's
he's
gonna
gonna
make goofy.
Yes, not
No.
goofy, but he will throw comic
Yeah.
lines in there.
Yeah. No, I just he has all of these super cool
Blades.
Yeah, he has
knives,
like poison darts. He has a flamethrower. Like he has a lot of skills.
Which one are you talking? Is it
The droid.
The second
That one?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did
Not Bosk. F that guy. He's scary looking. He looks like a snake.
Do you remember the toy? Like the
I have
actual
it.
figure, the Kenner action figure?
Yeah.
It was like just to hold a gun, it was like these claws. It was just, and it broke when I was little, and that
so
screwed me
sad.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, the thing fell out and I couldn't do it, and so I glued it together.
Is
but
that how
just,
you used to cry?
No, I don't remember. I mean, I cry all the time now, so I don't think it's
Cody, pull up
it's
a
changed.
clip of Mark crying as a child, please.
I love that you keep.
Oh, for the listener, the iTunes, it's a wave of the hand. It's a little wave of the hand, as if.
I would be
Like
shocked.
Cody's Christian's butler.
Yes.
I'd be shocked if there's any
Jeeves.
footage of me as a child crying, and if there actually is, I'm going to be very scared. because that'll be like, and they're actually looking it up. Oh shit, a Mark Reilly obituary just came up.
Oh wow, that's dark.
That is in New Jersey. Yeah. All right. Change the channel. Change the channel. God, I don't want to see that.
Did you guys do that Florida Man thing?
Yes, I did.
What was? Do you guys know what it is?
No.
It's a Florida Man challenge where you Google Florida Man plus your birthday, and then see that's your Florida Man news story. What was
nice.
yours?
Mine had something to do with a tortoise, and it was this really weirded article. Cody, can you put in Florida Man?
Is that your
May
birthday, Cody?
18th? And it was like Florida Man. No, that's not it. Florida Man. Wait, why did it change? Is there a different one?
Because Google changes every day.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I've heard.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one you're pointing at, Cody.
wait. How do you know these things?
Because I work.
Do you
with
work at Google? Oh my God.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, I had something like it was like Florida Man with a tortoise, like something that was really weirdly worded. So, but I've seen some great ones out there. Like
Florida Man bit on tongue by rattlesnake he tried to kiss.
I'll take
That's
that
a good one.
That's a really good one. Yeah.
Speaking of my dating life.
What about you? Did you do one?
Yeah, but mine was dark. Mine was like, Florida teenagers laugh at man drowning. So messed
It pleased you how dark it was, didn't it?
Yeah, but it was too dark for me, so I
Yeah.
guess I
Oh,
deserve
wow.
that. You know, yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
I know.
God.
So messed up.
And
Yeah.
the fact that these things are real?
I know.
Like I saw
Yeah.
something that was
Anybody
like
that's from Florida, please write in the comments. Why is it like that?
my
I
friend
lived
got
there for
one.
4 years.
Yeah.
It's an interesting state to say the least.
I went many times in my life, and it was in this small town near Orlando. It's a different lifestyle out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
Clearly.
I would drive by. I would drive by a house, and there's a guy in a lawn chair, holding a gun, drinking a beer, and he's just like, as we're driving by, and he's like, "Is he holding a gun?" And they're like, "Yep." I'm like, "Why?" And he's like,
Just in case.
Florida?
Welcome to Florida.
I'm like, I'm confused.
The motto should be DGAF.
Don't
Yeah.
give up.
Do you think it's because it's close to the Bermuda Triangle?
Is that true?
Oh, here we go.
What?
There is no disappearing ships in the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes,
How
there
do you
is,
know?
and it's because of aliens.
Yes, it has to be aliens.
How do you know?
Illegal aliens or aliens?
Aliens and shit.
I can
There
say,
it
I'm
is.
Latino, I can say.
Not illegal aliens, the real aliens.
The legal
The
ones.
real aliens that come down and
No, they're
take
illegal
you.
too because we didn't give them permission to
Yeah.
come supervise us.
That's
and
true.
probe
Yes,
us.
Superman is technically an illegal
He
alien.
is.
There you go.
We
Yeah, but
violated
he
space.
does. But he does good, and so he's made.
Oh,
You know,
he's one of the good ones, Riley. Oh,
Exactly.
I see.
Oh, so he's not a murderer or rapist? That's what I'm saying.
Dorina with the mic
Nailed it.
drop on a Friday. Damn, yeah, you know.
The Florida Man thing is great. The cheese thing, I was getting really
The
upset.
cheese throwing it at the kid.
At the child?
At the child.
That
Yeah,
was
speaking of
really
babies and
funny.
I think your
parenting.
child should be taken from you and you should
That
be
was
beaten
really.
to death outside
That
your
was
house.
so funny.
It's your child.
But it's really funny.
Cody, would you ever
Jesus
throw?
Christ, John.
Cody, would you throw a piece of cheese at your child?
Probably.
What?
That's funny.
Can you bring
to
up the
death?
video, please? It's so good.
Yeah.
It's an
let's bring
unassuming
up-
child that looks to you to be fed, and you throw cheese at its
It's a
face.
slice of cheese, John.
Nothing happened to it.
Some of my
it just got a little
favorite-
shot.
Go find it in
You're
therapy.
just
You're gonna
20
murder
years from
someone
now
because they
because
threw a
my
piece
mom
of
threw
cheese at a
piece of
baby.
cheese.
I love some of the reactions. Like somebody put out, I think it was Chrissy Teigen. She's like,
I already
why are-
love it.
It's
Why
so
are
good.
people throwing cheese at babies?
What is wrong with you? It's a defenseless child.
Oh, the face, though.
The child started crying because you threw something at its face. Look at that.
Brett, do you love it? Are you going to do it to your kids later?
Oh, yeah. No, that's
Yeah, you can do it. Now your kids. I mean, you have a 12-year-old, Brett. He's gonna go. Dad,
The
don't be a
kid should
dick."
disattach. The kid should disattach the tray and slice his dad's neck. with it.
But then I liked it, and until I saw that look, though. I was like,
Yes. Yes.
just, oh.
But you would still do it.
I'd probably do it, yeah.
How the hell do we come up with this shit?
because this
Who was the
country is
first
effed
guy
up.
to
If you
say,
have a
"I'm gonna
baby,
throw
you have-
cheese at my baby"?
Because what you're just watching your kid. What else do I do? I'm bored. I'm just gonna throw some cheese at it.
Hey,
That makes sense to me.
The people have too much time on their hands.
who did, was it a man doing it? Because that was
Both
probably,
men and
I
women,
think
moms
it was
and dads.
I think it was the mom. I'm not sure. actually.
Because whoever did it was doing it to like send the video to their spouse and go and just to give them
I think that's what happened, yeah.
it's one of these
It
like
went viral.
oh I'm taking care of the kid today. This is what I'm doing.
It's so insane to me what goes viral and like what are these things that like
Yeah, how
Well,
think
now
about-
it's a challenge.
I think
It's
yes,
just-
it's a challenge now.
Somebody did it
Yes.
to their dog, and it was also pretty funny.
Oh, the dog's
The
gonna
dog
eat the
ate it,
shit
though,
out of
didn't
that.
No, it
The
was
dog
just
had a
shocked
face?
and like
Oh.
I didn't know what
once
was
again,
going on.
because it's a creature that looks to you to be fed and taken care of, not to be ridiculed.
Let me tell you something. If I threw a piece of cheese at Cal, that thing would be gone in 5
Exactly,
seconds. He'd be,
yeah.
do it again, do it again.
Yeah.
Cal would, he would have been
Exactly.
fine.
You and Julie have children.
Yes.
I would love to see the day you threw a piece of cheese at Julie's
Oh,
child.
3 more
caught it.
people are doing it.
John Roca knows. Yeah, see, that's what Cal would do.
Catch it, yeah.
He would catch that. Cheese challenge with dogs doesn't work. This kid, though? Yeah.
I don't understand.
John, it's a metaphor for life. They're teaching kids that life can throw cheese at you sometimes, man.
Exactly.
You
You
got
throw
to
it
be
at
prepared
adults.
for that.
The cheese challenge. I mean, this is the
Nobody's
thing.
bribing anybody to get these kids into college.
All right.
Nobody's getting hurt though. It's just funny. And look, he's like, sweet.
Yeah,
I
he's
just-
like,
I can eat this now.
Cheese.
We'll see in therapy 20 years
But
from
look
now.
at that look though.
I
That's,
remember being
that's,
cheese.
Can
thrown
you
in my
imagine?
face.
It's like, I've been having these dreams, Doc. And
Cheese dreams. I can't get rid of it.
it's like, I wake up in the
Maybe that's-
morning and I
maybe-
want cheese.
Maybe that's what happened to Roxy as a baby, and that's why she doesn't like cheese.
yeah.
But that's just, I just don't understand how these things start. And it makes me think of the cucumber with the cats.
Yeah.
Like, who was the first person that went, I'm going to put a cucumber next to my cat eating and see what happens?
Yeah.
And if anybody's seen it, have you seen this?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, I love
the
it.
cat loses its ever-loving mind. It goes, it literally, the cucumber's mind is like, that's some good food. And what the fuck? And it just leaps in the air.
Have you not
Oh
seen
my
that?
God. No, I haven't
Oh,
seen it.
Cody,
Oh,
please.
okay, come on.
Or
Yeah.
Alex, whoever's doing that.
Because-
why is that? What is
Hey,
the
Alex.
cucumber to the?
Because my point is,
The cucumber
it's
to
like,
the-
can't
Oh.
we come up with this next viral video? Like,
You
do
can't
we need,
make it happen.
Oh yeah,
Do we-
and then we make money off of advertisements on YouTube,
Right.
and we quit all our jobs.
Yeah.
like if
People-
we take like say a toaster and put it next to a horse, what happens?
Yeah.
Like it's that kind of stuff where somebody literally goes, I wonder what happened if I threw cheese at my
Almost
child.
5 million views.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch this cat. Yeah. What the fuck? This
I'm
like,
so offended by this. Whoever's doing this should beat them to death. Beat them.
That's just laying there, Cody.
Take
It's
their
not being
life.
thrown at the
the
cat.
cat loses its mind. See, it
That
becomes
one's
a
the best
thing.
one.
It became a thing.
Because
It's
it looks like a snake.
it's the
Yeah.
chick-
Is that what it is?
Probably.
Is it the?
Some kind of
okay.
reptile.
That makes sense.
Some kind of reptile.
It's just so funny. These videos, these viral videos. Like,
Speaking of my dating life.
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
my God, you have a lot of problems with dating.
Have you seen the? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no! Is that like considered like abuse to animals at all? Do you think? Or is it,
I don't
no, I mean, do you think
know.
like PETA people are
I'm
going
sure.
like this
I'm
is
sure
this is?
PETA people
Oh,
think
hope
that.
not. I mean,
that
it's
doesn't
like-
mean they're right. But
I
I'm sure
said
they
that
think
like
that.
it's so. I said that with so much.
Yeah.
PETA
Because, did you guys
people.
know that they were trying to change vocabulary of people? So like if you say, oh, like bring home, don't say bring home the bacon because you're offending pigs.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that.
That's PETA for you.
Have you seen the ranch sauce one? Have you seen the ranch one?
No.
Cody, do you know about this? Like the woman that dumped 23 gallons of ranch sauce on herself?
Yes, I did see
Have you
that.
seen this?
Oh
Like people
my
are,
God.
People are like
What
trying
a waste
to,
of delicious ranch.
No,
Yeah,
it's
right?
this.
Ranch
It's like
is
she's in a
awesome.
restaurant
Yeah.
and she has this huge thing of ranch, and
It
she's
just
walking and she
completely-
drops it, and you see, and it like cuts in between the video from like the cameras in the back, like monitoring the restaurant, and you see, I mean, it just is like splooge up like
Yeah, that
her
right there.
face.
The middle one there. The middle one.
People
No,
are
people
sharing.
are sharing this.
Wait,
video.
where is she
Yep.
spilling it on?
There, yeah, Mashable has it.
Yeah.
So it's this big thing of ranch dressing that, at restaurants, give me a side of ranch, put it on the ranch dressing, all these different things. And she's refilling it, but it drops on the ground
Yeah.
and just goes like an explosion, like Yosemite, like, Old Faithful geyser into her face.
That's so weird.
This is the greatest. For
Like,
everybody
how are
listening
people,
at home.
How are people this bored though? That's what I don't
This is what I'm
understand.
talking about viral videos. Look at her. She's covered. Like, okay, everybody listening at
That's
home.
what she said.
She's covered in ranch dressing from like the waist up, and like her face. Watch that one. the one with the video, like the spy cam or whatever the security cam is.
Yeah.
It's
But why was somebody else filming
that.
her filling
No, that-
the ranch? No, the other direction, the vertical video was somebody on their phone. Why was? Were they expecting this to happen? That's the question.
This is
Oh,
the
was it a
aftermath.
setup? Was it a
no, they
setup?
started filming after this, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
this
she's
is- I
and
got
then
it
this
right
is
here.
the
Boom, boom.
Oh, I thought she did it on purpose. Okay, that sucks for her.
Totally
No.
slipped out of her
Sucks
hands.
for her.
viral videos, everybody.
And so people were sharing videos of themselves. I don't know, of themselves, like stuff blowing up in their face and
Oh, God.
dripping stuff.
Don't make it a
to make her
challenge,
feel-
everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
All right.
ranch challenge.
Let's
too much time
talk
on their
about
hands.
some news because we since it's a shorter show, we got to hit some. I could talk about ranch dressing all day with
Yeah, I
you
think we're
guys.
45 minutes in already.
That's right. I love I have that.
What do you want to talk about, Riley? What do you want to jump into?
So we talked about Taika Waititi. That's
Yes,
really
yes,
cool. I
yes.
think it makes a lot of sense, but I want to go talk about. I don't think it's going to be cheesy. I think they'll put some kind of voice modulation on him, sound like a droid,
Right.
and maybe I don't. But what do you think? Because look, all the bounty hunters in Empire Strikes Back. Everybody's been wanting something with these guys,
Yeah.
and
Because they all look so cool.
they all look so badass.
yeah.
So
like Boba Fett
automatically,
is the only reason he's so famous because
Right.
he looks cool,
Yeah.
but he sucks.
But because they don't say shit, they haven't
Right.
said shit in that movie except Bosk, who
Right.
says something like,
so creepy. No, don't do it. I don't like it.
You don't like
I
it?
don't like it. There's this snake looking. It's
Yeah.
a snake looking.
I
bounty
love
hunter.
Bosk.
I don't like it.
So if Taika Waititi does a little bit of Taika Waititi-ious, is that gonna upset fans maybe, or can we have
I
a little
mean,
humor in there?
Did you just ask if something Star Wars related is going to upset fans?
Yeah. Doubt it.
I got to tell you, there's this thing going on Twitter where it's like share 5 movies that if somebody
yeah.
said about your taste in movies, like what would you do? Like what are the 5 movies you
Yeah.
do? Empire Strikes Back, I put in mine. Some people are arguing. And I'm just like, well, you got to show New Hope first. And I go, well, it's my list.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
everybody would win if I said, I'm like, The Empire Strikes Back is in there because it's my favorite Star Wars movie. And somebody would go, really, Empire Strikes Back? Now let's just assume they haven't seen it. And I go, wow, they have Empire Strikes Back in your top 5 list? Well, I better watch A New Hope. Everyone wins, right? So they go see A New Hope, then they go to my list. But
Right.
2 people are arguing. They're arguing whether or not it should be in there. And meanwhile, I'm sitting back going,
You're like, this is
my fucking
Twitter.
list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, this is my Twitter.
It's
where I
whatever.
post what
And
I
they're-
like.
And they're fine. They're not like yelling and screaming, but it's just
Did
just
this
like
did
Twitter.
this happen back pre-internet? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
Did people?
Of course it
I don't remember being mad
Even-
ever about, but I guess that's just I just don't get.
Well,
mad
you're
at
not an
people
angry person.
Oh wow, it'll get.
What are we zooming in on here?
Look at the guy's arms. How is he going to shoot a gun with those claws?
Dude,
He's got a standard gun there holstered around his shoulder.
This is,
Yeah.
So
and
gross.
Cody hits
So
on the point overall. These are not scary looking dudes.
Bosk is.
what?
Bosk looks like a snake person.
That's a sleazax that got out of Land of the Lost. That's a cousin of the
That's a good
sleazax.
point.
on
That's a good
steroids.
point.
You watch your
Homie's
mouth.
wearing toilet paper on his head. I mean, these are not scary guys.
Hey,
so
Dangar
Hey,
was invited to the
IG-88
party.
is a badass.
IG8 is a badass.
Yes.
Undeniable.
Dangar was always the one though that everybody looked at and went, "What's
Yeah.
with that dude?"
I know, that poor guy.
I do want to see him
Dangar.
in some action. So
What action?
Taika
Buffet?
Waititi's doing this. I'm really, really excited. We're going to see The Mandalorian. I mean, and we're all going to be at
We're all going to
Celebration.
Celebration. Are you going, Brett?
No.
So, so we'll probably get a trailer. We'll probably, get a panel. Obviously, the Mandalorian panel was just
definitely
announced
getting a
being
panel,
Sunday.
yeah.
It's going to be Sunday now, which is April 14th, I believe, and that's going to be fun. And of course, the Chicago live event, April 13th. Schmoedown live again, and it's those idiots. Who's the boss taking on? Oh wait, that's me.
Yes.
Taking on the Odd Couple. So tickets are available for that. TheSchmoedownLive.com. Check it
Can I
out.
throw in a plug?
Yeah. Throw in a
top
plug.
10.
That's right. Top 10. You're doing live.
Chicago, April 11th. 2 shows, 6:30 and 9:30. I think we're almost sold out at 6:30.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
come see us.
I'm also doing a Force Center podcast with Joseph Grimshaw and Ken
Ken.
Namsa
Yeah.
on Thursday.
That's going to be.
night.
That's
That
going to be
fun.
such a great weekend. Julie just finally got her ticket, so we're all set. We're going out to have fun.
Party.
I'm
Brett just
volunteering
come.
at my kid's school today, helping
Oh,
put some
good.
playground equipment together.
Okay.
I just want to put that plug out there, let
And,
everybody know.
Where can we find links to help you with that?
Yeah, they don't have links to
Oh,
that.
okay.
No.
So we'll just
I don't
send-
want anybody to know where my kids go to school.
Yeah,
so.
probably best. So we'll just send good thoughts to you.
I want Sheridan walk around with like Costco size, just throwing cheese on the kids. Just walk around, Mr. Sheridan, can we
You
see
get
it?
cheese.
Mr.
You
Sheridan.
get cheese. You get cheese. All right, let's move on
Can you
to.
just do that next week to all of us?
Yeah, please. We'll do the cheese challenge on Collider Live. Oh, that was a tongue twister. All right, we have more news out there. What else is out there, Rocha?
Guardians of the Galaxy. A lot of
Yeah.
rumors here going on for Volume 3. Everyone's so excited that James Gunn is coming back. For the most part, everyone's excited. Now they have announced that they are going to start shooting, being in production rather, in February of 2021, which means we won't see this thing for another 3 or 4 years at least.
20. I mean, at
So-
least if like I saw that a lot of outlets covered. I think it was Production Weekly that dropped it.
Yeah.
That was like, so Marvel hasn't confirmed, but let's put it this way: it makes a lot of sense because James Gunn is going to shoot the Suicide Squad, so that's going to be in the next year. So that's 20, and then it's dated. When is the Suicide Squad dated? They dated it for.
Is it called The Suicide Squad
Yeah,
now? So
yeah.
that's the only thing they changed is the. They
Well,
added
so then
It's to help the older crowd.
Then you hear that they were trying to get Will Smith back as Deadshot, and then Idris Elba comes
Yeah.
in
So
because
now-
of whatever scheduling or what they said. But I think there was something else.
And they basically confirmed that it's a reboot, right?
Yes, a soft reboot is
Yeah.
what they said.
Yeah. So, but then we hear Margot Robbie is coming back, so there is some continuity there. But then the producer comes out and says, "No, this is a total reboot," and I'm like, "What? Okay, whatever." But
As long as it's good, I don't care.
as long as it's good,
Right.
Yep.
and I love that James Gunn is doing it because I think him on the Suicide Squad gets me a lot more excited.
Especially because he has a sort of a horror background.
He has the horror background,
So
and
maybe it'll be darker and cool.
yeah, and DC's in their groove right now.
Yeah.
They really seem
Yeah.
to have like looked to their filmmakers and gone, "There you go, do it."
Yeah.
And so James Gunn is going to do that. So that's when is Suicide Squad dated?
August 6th, 2021. This was as of 2 or 3 days ago. Warner Brothers confirmed that
Okay.
that's when it will be released.
So if we think about it that way, he's going to be working on the Suicide Squad. He already wrote the script for Guardians 3, and that was confirmed by Feige that they were going to use that before they brought him back on. So Gunn's going to be working this year, 2019, shooting 2020, editing, post, all that, 2021 release. Then he starts working on Guardians 3.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Do it 2021, start shooting, editing everything, 2022. When did Volume 2 come out?
Like 2 years ago? 3 years ago.
2017?
I think so.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Was it
Isn't that-
2017? Okay.
Can you guys imagine having that much responsibility
Right?
on these
No.
like huge, big budget movies? I would be terrified.
Yeah.
I think that's why my concern when we did our video is like, I don't know if he's going to be able to go from this to this so seamlessly. It's two large ensemble franchises. One you're kind of rebooting, another one you're coming back to. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
I
of
think he
pressure.
can do it.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
I
he's,
think
not,
he
he's
can
also
do
not
it.
doing it alone, right? Like, there's a lot
Of
of,
course,
people.
of course.
helping,
Yeah,
so,
he has his peeps with him. I think it's great because wherever you land with James Gunn on the whole thing, I mean, we talked about it endlessly on the show and everywhere. Everybody's been talking about it. The fact of the matter is, two big studios have forgiven. Would you call it that? Look, just been like, hey,
yeah.
this is it. I mean, because when Warner Brothers, I thought that was like a few shots across the bow of Marvel. They're like, oh, you don't want him? We want him.
Right.
And I found that fascinating to me. And I wonder if that changed some of the conversations within Disney and then all the way through Marvel. And it's like, ultimately, he came back. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited, but I think, to your point, Rocha, I think he can do it.
Okay.
I think he can do it, and because he already has the script, and he was doing some pre-production, so he probably has a lot of things already planned, already kind of in motion for Volume 3 when everything went down, so he can come back to that. But my point is, it's like 5 years between Guardians movies.
That's the thing. I know people think I'm crazy, but I just have a feeling that there's going to be creative differences between him and DC for Suicide Squad.
Oh.
Marvel's going to want Guardians of the Galaxy quicker. It was supposed to come out this year after Spider-Man Far From Home. And so I
Do you think they're gonna want it quicker though, with this whole Fox
Right,
going
with the
into.
merger. I don't know. But I just have a weird
Because they're probably going to
feeling.
have other projects going on. They might not.
Yeah.
They're like Disney's fine.
Yeah.
They have enough money.
Yeah.
I mean,
They really do.
Like, I don't
Maybe.
think they're going to.
Especially because, I mean, you hear the news, and this is kind of leaning into the merger. These people are getting let go. It was mass firings over at Fox yesterday, film division.
Right.
My friend is an executive over TV division, said they haven't touched them yet, but certainly film division yesterday. But they're offering these people a year to 2 year severance.
That's
So
good.
it's a generous severance that most people get 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Right.
So it is a shame that they've lost their jobs, and who knows if they're going to get rehired down the road. But that's the severance package, a year to 2 years. That's pretty good.
It's good.
I'm not saying it's good that
I
these
mean, we
jobs
don't
are
know
being
how
lost.
much it is. Right?
Here's the thing that sucks for me on this, and it started going like wildfire yesterday. Fox 2000 shuttering.
Yeah, right.
And this is a studio that made like Devil Wears Prada. You know, that's one of the movies. They have a next movie, The Art of Racing in the Rain with Kevin Costner is still happening. Thank God.
Yep.
Because that is one of the like dog lovers everywhere read that book. It is one of the most beautiful books I've ever read. I probably can't read it for another 2 years as I'm
Does
getting
the
over
dog
Cal.
die? Because I don't want
No,
that.
no,
I
no,
can't.
no. It's about the dog has an inner voice that that like basically it's through the eyes of the dog and his owner, who's a race car driver, and it's a beautiful celebration of a love between a man and his dog, a woman and his dog, because the dog is with him through, you know, his career,
Right.
getting a family. It's a wonderful book. So, anyways, this movie is still happening, but I think of Devil Wears Prada. I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the other movies, Rocha, I don't know if you have any of the other movies for Fox 2000,
Yeah,
because I can't remember off the top
Fault
of my
in
head.
Our Stars.
Fault in Our Stars.
Oh God.
Love Simon.
Oh no, that one wrecked me, man.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's
good.
it. Yes.
I thought you were joking.
Oh
I'm
no,
like,
I'm a sap.
Yeah.
No, I mean, don't.
Do
Me
you
too.
cry a lot at movies?
Oh yeah, no. You know what? I cried at recently, just last night. Queer Eye, new season of
Whoa.
Queer Eye is out, and it's very heavy-handed. But if it's another feel-good show that, like I was talking about, Great British Baking Show, and about, you know, this is just something of just people doing good, and I've been taking in a lot of that lately because
Yeah.
I'm trying to boost my spirits and say that the world is good and things are good. And I suggest Queer Eye. It's amazing.
Queer Eye
I've heard that.
is a show that kind of restores your faith in humanity.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yeah,
No, I gotta
it makes
check
you
it out.
cry in a happy way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's just every time it's just like.
Well,
Yep.
I need faith restored, because this is a bummer. This
Yeah.
a shuttering of a studio that put out Love, Simon is one that kills me.
Good film.
Love, Simon was such a fantastic film. As I mentioned, Devil Wears Prada.
Yep.
These are movies that I love and that audiences love, and now this is what happens.
Well, and
so
that's-
what's you know,
other
people
than-
care about the X-Men in the MCU,
Right.
and now we're not getting a studio.
Yeah, that's the
that
thing, like-
makes these wonderful movies that are small, that have these original
Exactly.
voices.
Exactly.
And
Like,
that
we-
is a fucking bummer.
We have enough big budget movies.
We do.
We don't need more. I obviously we're all nerds here. We all love these movies. We all like seeing our heroes on screen. But I also love indie movies. I love movies that have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
And also with big budget movies, you have these executives getting involved all the time, where they're not letting filmmakers sometimes be as creative as they could.
Right.
And so that's always when I'm not trashing on all executives. I think there's some really smart, good ones.
Oh, yeah.
But they do sometimes get involved, and they have no idea. You know, like they're like, oh no, please, like do this. This is what I want, and then the movies end up being crappy because of it, right? And
Yeah.
so that's it's I don't know. You got to let creative people do what they do.
Well, I would counter a little bit in that there are crappy independent films too. There are crappy
Yeah.
smaller films too. So
Yeah.
it's like you got 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
Right.
And we don't know what they're going to do. This reaction is a logical reaction, of
Yeah.
course. Like, oh,
Yeah.
this
We're
'cause
bummed.
the Hidden Figures was them. Hate
Yep.
You Give, Life
Hate
of
You Give,
Pi,
Bridge of Spies
Bridge of
Unseen,
Spies. Yeah,
Joy.
look at that. There's a lot of them.
The
in
Poltergeist remake, you can take that piece of shit off that.
there. The Heat was good, but
Heat,
but we
right.
don't know what Disney's going to replace it with, and I think they'd be remiss not to replace it with some kind of independent arm of themselves.
They
that might
should.
mix the Fox and Disney aspect or a point of view together.
My only
Approach.
fear is that I don't want same. I don't want
Yeah.
every movie like that. That's my complaint for
That's
a lot
fair.
of these superhero movies, is that they are formulaic. A lot of them,
Yeah,
right?
they
And
are.
so I don't want to see the same thing every time I go to the theater. I want to be surprised.
Yeah, I do too. And these are movies that, sure, Rocha. Some movies can shit the bed and not be very good, but this studio is taking the swings. They're swinging for the fences, and a lot of times, and some of them, Alvin and the Chipmunks, whatever. Marley and Me, I love. For obvious reasons.
Couldn't watch
even
it.
though, that movie, I
I
can't
didn't
watch
watch
it.
it. Why would I watch
No,
that?
no,
Yeah, you don't like Marley and Me? Yeah, well,
Why would
get
I
it.
watch it though?
no. That's like, oh, sorry, no.
I'm just a dog lover. And,
I love horror,
it's-
and I love seeing people get killing each other in horror movies, but dogs, nope.
Well, yeah, Marley and Me is in the shared universe with Pet Cemetery, so you'll like it. It's I'm kidding.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's like a creepy like Marley showing up and like
yeah.
biting in a horror movie, like
Yeah,
biting
Marley-
humans, and yeah.
What if it's the Brightburn Marley?
Do you remember?
Yes,
do you remember
give me
when
that.
that movie came out?
You threw
and
cheese
people
at my
were
face.
so pissed. I remember driving past a billboard that somebody spray painted. The dog dies at the end, and I was like, "Oh shit, they didn't like that." I read the book, so I knew it was going to happen,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's the whole. Yeah, well, I know.
Was
I
that
speak
the one
from
where they got in
experience now,
trouble
but-
for there was something with the dog in a river or something?
No, that was A Dog's Purpose.
Oh, A Dog's Purpose. Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, so Fox 2000, it's a bummer. I'm hoping some of the executives there can land on their feet, maybe at other studios, bring that kind of creative culture to another place. Netflix, are you listening? They seem to be doing that because I don't want to miss out on those movies. At least movies that, and Love, Simon is a perfect example for me at least. It's a big swing that works. And especially for a story that Love, Simon was telling, we need that.
And the soundtrack's so good.
And the soundtrack is so good. So that's a bummer. But everybody, we have the Facebook page. Collider Live Facebook page is the official page for this show. There's probably some questions in there, Rocha. I want to take some questions, look at maybe the hashtag later on. But specifically, I want you guys to put in right now in the Collider Live official Facebook page some of your favorite moments from this past week, because we had some good ones, and I want to talk about it. And the one that jumps to my mind is Stu, is the guy that licked the pole.
So weird.
Because we're trying to get him to call in, and I think, Alex, do you know? Are you like? I saw some Twitter happenings.
Yeah, I just realized I forgot that I muted the conversation, so let me look at it right now.
I don't blame you, dude.
Wait, so your favorite moment of the week wasn't breaking your face?
That was,
That was
not
not
a
the-
face. That was not a face. That was not my favorite moment. Although I'm sure a lot of people had a lot of enjoyment picturing me jumping out of my bed.
No, that's so
and
sad.
slapping my face against the wall, which I'm now better. It
Well,
actually
Do you
healed
know what
really
was my
fast.
favorite moment though?
What?
Sitting next to Makuga at the screening.
Yeah, we were gonna get there, but let's just go right into this because. Thank you. Yes. This is quite possibly the best thing that ever happened.
Sounds like he's being tickled.
I love that one.
In a non-sexy way.
Yeah. Like, stop it! Stop! I'll tell Mom you're tickling me again!
As the screening happened the same day I was dealing with my face.
That's right, that's right.
So I'm like,
So you haven't
in
seen the
pain.
movie, right?
I haven't seen the movie.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
going tonight. We're going opening night. I can't wait. But so I go to the urgent care to take care of everything,
Right.
and I'm like, I'm not freaking coming into work because I was in a lot of pain. I got some painkillers. I had gauze in my mouth, and I'm sitting there finally late at night, looking at Twitter, and I see the Hollywood Reporter
Yeah.
girl tweet. There was this large man. And I went. My smile started going like this.
You
and my
started looking
mouth-
like the Joker.
I was like, yeah, I was like, wait, but I couldn't stop. And Julie is sitting next to me, going, what? What are you doing? Because I was literally like, and I just showed her the phone, and she's like, and she reads and she goes, wait, is she talking about Josh? I'm like, yes. I just found that to be
so
hysterical.
good.
And I stand by this. I like.
Where's the Thrawn tune with that?
I know.
I'm waiting for that
Make
one.
a song out of Josh
Yeah,
getting scared.
yeah. That could.
We could probably
He
do.
actually did. Hold on.
Oh my God!
Friday,
That's awesome.
No,
Oh, you did. You tricked us. I was
there
so
it is.
excited.
Tricker.
there's no song.
Cody,
Damn it.
you
Well
got us all.
played.
We were so sad. We're
Well
so
played,
sad.
Cody. I like that.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm sure there's a lot of people asking this question before we get one, and it's Jonathan is my favorite of the Queer Eye guys.
I was like, what?
He's the best. He's the best.
Rocha, are they talking in there? Is like anything they're asking?
Not that I mean, there's a
He's
question.
like,
Just
these
a lot of
questions-
comments.
he's like,
probably.
these questions are all
I
bad.
go through there. I usually am the one to moderate, and sometimes it's just comments or talking about like the latest movie stuff.
Who's your favorite Alfred?
Favorite Alfred?
You mean like
Michael
Batman's
Caine.
Alfred?
Yeah, Batman.
Michael Caine.
Is it Kine or Kane?
Caine.
Caine.
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
I also love the Tim Burton one.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What is his name?
Which one? Oh, Michael
Tim
Goff.
Burton.
It's just one.
Michael
Michael
Goff.
Goff.
Yeah,
Well,
he was
but
also in the Joe Schumacher movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in all 4 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why do we need an Alfred TV show? Like, I don't get. Do you know that?
Alfred was a
Because-
badass.
Well, I know.
Yeah, because
He was a
spin-offs.
British mercenary.
Because people think spin-offs make money.
Yep.
Yeah.
I guess.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
And this is a movie.
Yeah.
What do you think? And this is think of Bohemian Rhapsody. What do you think of them cutting Rocketman to make it PG-13? That's the.
What was it
rumors.
before?
They were, well, I mean,
It was R?
they were considering making it R because it's Elton John's story and there was a lot of drugs involved. You know, sex and gay stuff and both sides, bisexual stuff. Like, and
That's why
what-
it's R?
No, I'm saying
Because
that
of the
it's-
sex.
We show it all, you
Yeah.
know. and
Because
with-
violence is fine. But,
Right, of course.
But boobs and penises.
That's a whole
oh,
separate
no.
argument, and you're right.
Yeah,
Well-
cutting people's heads off, totally fine.
Yeah.
But genitals.
You show a
Don't say
wiener
F.
and
Yeah.
get out of town.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody, I'm assuming, was PG-13.
It is, and that's what the people thought it was because they
Oh, it
didn't
wasn't-
show enough of the sex and
Yeah.
all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, the gay sex and everything like that. So they were like thinking, is this now an indication of them trying to get more people in the theater or what?
Right. I mean,
I think that I don't know. I think that
Okay.
it makes sense that they would do a PG-13, but I said this with Bohemian Rhapsody, and I will say this about Rocketman. I want to see. I want them to go into the story.
yeah.
I want to see
And-
all the dudes doing stuff.
There it is.
Anyway.
That's fine too. But I want to see, like, if you have to get it R-rated for it, I would prefer that. But it's an Elton John story. It's coming off of the heels of Bohemian Rhapsody that actually won Oscars, and that I think they're looking at. Come on, that movie I did not.
Sorry.
It's fine. Rami Malek he
He's
was
fine,
fantastic.
But everything else.
I know.
I still contend Cooper should have won that Oscar. I still contend.
I loved Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
He's great. And he sings his own music.
I know.
But you know about the rating part though?
Yeah.
Like, guess what movie made a crap ton of money? Deadpool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's rated R.
Absolutely.
The rating doesn't matter. Just make a good movie and people will go see it.
I agree.
If you build it, they will come.
I
Exactly.
agree. Hey, Cody,
Hey-o.
why don't you throw up the number, and if people want to call in, we can take a couple calls.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
But
Yeah.
because we hit some news
Yeah.
and all that, and we hit the good stuff. Best of, I think, was Josh and us, and just
Yeah.
and causing the Hollywood Reporter to actually say something.
I also I really enjoyed having Matt Mercer and Ken yesterday.
They were great.
Matt's like the nicest guy on the internet.
He really is.
He's so cool.
I find it absolutely the greatest thing in the world that their Kickstarter did that.
Yeah.
That shows that, and I hear this, and he mentioned it, that their community is so positive,
really are.
so supportive, and you can see it from this Kickstarter campaign, and more power to you. It couldn't happen. Matt's a nice guy. I know his wife as well.
Yeah, everyone is so sweet.
You know, I did a young storytellers with her where kids we would mentor the kids to write a screenplay, and then they would perform it at the end of the season, and that was always fun. Marissa was a part of that, so couldn't happen to the nicer people. So
I threw cheese on those kids.
Yeah.
yeah, that's your mentor. Oh,
there we go.
holy
We
shit,
got
we
a
have
call.
a
Sounds like a
call. Let's do it. You're on Collider Live. Who do we have on the phone?
Somebody who is very extremely happy to talk to all of y'all.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And who is it?
Jay Washington.
Is it
man.
Jay?
Yes, it is. It's
God,
Jay
I didn't recognize your voice, dude. What's up? What's going on, dude?
What's going on? I wanted to call y'all. I'm here in Chicago at C2E2, man. And,
Ew.
Oh, nice. What are you doing out there?
and so many
Send
peop-
us some pizza.
I'm doing. Since the pizza, I'll bring some frozen ones back. Everybody has been sending their love, telling me how much they love what you guys are doing on live,
Aw.
everything we do for Collider.
Oh,
So I was
thanks.
like, let me call into the show, but they go off the air on a Friday because, of course, it ends early.
Yep.
And,
yep. I
I
know.
let y'all know.
This hour
So I wanted
flew
to let y'all
by.
know,
What's that?
People love you. People love everything that you guys are doing. We do out here. So the love is being shown. So I wanted to make sure I called into the show and let you
Thanks.
guys know that love is coming through.
I love that.
So yeah.
I love hearing that. I mean, we were just talking about Critical Role and
Community,
Matt Mercer
yeah.
and the community there, and I would say it extends to Collider Live's audience for sure.
The Collider Live fans are great.
Collider Live
Everyone's
fans.
so kind. Everyone's just trying to be kind to each other. I love it.
I thought about that because when
They'll see us and they'll echo any sentiments for whatever some of us are going through. They'll send their love and everything, and so it's always heartfelt when you see how far and wide our reach goes.
Yeah.
That's great.
I was thinking about that because at one point I was talking to Josh about it. I'm like, I don't want to tell people I hit my face in the wall. And I'm embarrassed. And he's like, dude, don't worry about it. And then I was
We
like,
all
yeah,
do
you know,
stupid
we all
shit.
do stupid stuff. And
Hey,
then,
we all have to run out and take a shit
Yep.
when a guest comes in.
It's true. So when I did it, everybody was really nice, and it is a comment on that. Jay, thanks for calling, dude.
Thanks,
I'm
Jay.
glad. I love hearing that. Have fun in Chicago, man.
Yeah, we'll miss you tomorrow at the Free-For-All, dude.
Yeah.
I know. People have been asking, like, why won't you be at the Free-For-All? I was like, I got to do some stuff out here, but I did get a little bit of information about the Flash from John Francis Daly. I'll tell y'all about that when I come back to the office.
Ooh, all right. Nice little plug
You
there.
can't
and
tell
a
us
little
now?
tease. Yeah. You don't want to
No,
break.
I'm gonna wait till I I'm gonna wait till I come back. No,
All right.
I'll
all
holler
right.
at y'all later, man.
Okay.
All right, see you, Jay.
Good to
Bye.
see. Hey, good to talk to you, Jay. All right. God, that's awesome. Yeah, the community is great, and I
Really
love
is.
seeing that. You can see it on the Facebook page.
And they do so many cool things, like the Photoshops they come up with, the videos.
Photoshops, the
it's
songs.
Great.
I mean, I can't believe how many people reached out or sent me something over Cal.
Yeah.
Because you sometimes forget, you know? I mean, one guy's yelling at me about Star Wars and, you know, whatnot, and then all of a sudden I'm getting presents in the mail by people who genuinely cared.
Yeah.
And that's the community, and I love that.
So you're
thank you.
saying I should open my Facebook app?
You haven't opened it
So
in a
you know
while?
what?
It's been
It's been a hot minute.
I quit Facebook a long time ago because I hate Facebook.
Yeah.
But what I did is I just created a new profile specifically, and all I do is I just follow that group.
Yeah, that's-
I'm not friends with anyone, and that is
Yeah.
just for this because everyone's so cool and nice, and it's easy to focus on the negative comments you get, but like it's 99%.
I did that when we were
Everyone's
doing
so
Schmoes
cool.
No Show, and then I started getting friends going like, "Hey, why'd you drop me on your other one?" They were confused, and then I had to explain to them that I wasn't going to accept their friendship on this one because I just kind of wanted to keep this to be, But then I started, and it became a whole thing. But,
Yeah, I stopped accepting friend requests a long time ago because it just
On
started
Facebook?
on Facebook.
Yeah,
'cause-
if I've never met you, we're not friends. On
Yeah,
Facebook.
and I started to get there
No way.
because one, I had an incident with somebody, and this was a few years ago, where it was, and Roxy loves this story too. It was on the old Schmoes No Show, and somebody did the marry, fuck, kill thing to Roxy, and it was like and she had to play with me, Ken, and JTE. And she immediately went, well, I'm killing JTE
Right.
because I'm marrying Ken.
Right.
And then it was just like, by default, here I am. And so fast forward that week, it was in December, and we put up our Christmas tree, and it's me and Julie, and we're taking a picture. And I take a picture, and I post it on Facebook, and some knucklehead goes and goes, what about Roxy? And Julie goes, who's Roxy? I go, you fucking idiot. Like, dude, come on. Like, what? It's not... You understand that's a fun game that we were
Right.
playing, right? And that here I am with my, girlfriend that we had been dating 4 months maybe.
Right.
And of course she was fine, and now Roxy and Julie are they laugh about that, but I'm like, it's that kind of nonsense that I was like, all right, I'm gonna not, and there are, but then I will say there are certain times where I've interacted with a lot of people through the show, through Collider, and then I see the Facebook thing, I go, yeah, okay, that one's cool.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. But just in general, because I just didn't know, and I
It's a scary world out there.
Yeah.
and I just kind of, that's it. Twitter, Instagram.
When I
You can do
reopened
that.
it, when I did the same thing, I opened a separate. My old one had been gone for a while, and I opened this one up just for Schmoes, and it was just like I was just like, oh yeah, friend,
Yeah.
and then I didn't know what I was doing, and then
Yeah.
it became a little daunting, and people are talking to me and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what to
Social media in general really freaks you out, right?
It
Brett?
does. And it's not. And again, I have to say, I appreciate everything everybody says to me, the kind words and things like that. It's just, it's a strange thing for me to have people showing me love in that way, and I don't know how to react. And I also have this thing that and I get this from my mother, where it's either I feel like I have to respond to everyone or no one.
Yeah.
Because if I feel like I don't want well, he responded to this person, why didn't he respond to me? And blah 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 blah. I even explained to Dorina one time. She replied to something, and I'm like, hey, I don't want anybody to know that I'm actually coming on the show.
Right.
That's why I didn't respond to your tweet, because I
Yeah.
felt like she'd feel bad that I didn't say something, because I don't know how they
No,
say
that's
it.
the thing about social media. Is like you just people know. People
Yeah.
are busy, and like sometimes you can interact, and sometimes you can't, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You can tell when I'm in an interacting mood because you'll see like tweets and whatever and
Yeah.
responses, and then it's that. But I know it's time to
I
call
thought that
it
was a call.
day.
Oh,
No,
man.
It's that hour went by fast.
Yeah.
This
So,
was fun.
Happy
Yeah.
Friday,
Let's change
everybody.
the show to just this every day. All right, perfect.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on Fridays. It's Collider Live. Kristian will be back on Monday. What?
Cody with the itchy trigger
You
finger.
played it a lot today, Cody. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm in a good mood.
We hit quota on the Friday song. Now it's going to be in my head all day. But everybody, thank you very much for joining us. It's been Collider Live on a Friday, March 22nd. Remember, you can still get your tickets to the Free-For-All March 23rd at 2 p.m. theschmoedownlive.com. You can also get tickets there for Chicago. We have so many events coming up. Thank you, Dorina. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, John Rocha, for joining us. And thank you, everybody out there that tuned in. Hope you liked me hosting this one. This is fun.
Yeah.
I want to do this again. So we will be back Monday, 10 a.m. PST live. See you then. Bye-bye.